Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and it's Saturday, so you know what that means. It's time for our weekly news roundup for week 45. That's right, we're already in week 45 of this year, and a lot of big stories came out this week. Alright, let's jump right into this. Our first story takes us to the world of Blizzard Entertainment. Now, earlier in the week, I made a video breaking this down, but ultimately I came out and said that I am proud of Blizzard for a decision they make, which unfortunately I can't say very often. And I will link that video at the end of this video. BlizzConline, which is going to be the virtual event for 2021, February 19th and 20th, is going to be free for everyone. Now, previously or historically, you had to pay $40 to get a virtual ticket to basically live stream BlizzCon. So now it's going to be completely free to everyone, which is amazing. So anybody can tune in and watch it. So President J. Allen Brack said February's online show will be free to watch and engage in. And he basically dropped about, I think it was like a 10-minute video. So again, I will link that at the end of this video, but big news and good news for gamers. Bless Unleashed is starting off its closed beta on Steam, and this might be a game you remember. Let me do a little reading. Once upon a time, there was a game called Bless Online. It was a free-to-play MMO that launched on PC in 2018. Less than a year and a half later, however, there was some trouble. The game struggled to find user base for quite some time. Consequently, life support was pulled and it got buried at sea, or wherever Korean MMOs that don't succeed are buried. At any rate, the franchise was purchased by Bandai Namco for some reason. The Japanese publisher is now practicing necromancy to raise it from the watery grave. Now, 8 months after its Xbox One release, Bless Unleashed has touched its toes onto the sandy Steam shores, and it's testing its traction with a closed beta. Here's the deal, kids and gremlins, the testing period starts today and lasts 5 days. The Bless Unleashed closed beta gives Steam players access to everything up until they reach level 24. Now here's the thing, this game was not good in 2018, and from people that I know that are playing it and streamers, they're saying it feels almost the same. Like, obviously it's better than the 2018 version, but this is not a game that is going to draw a huge player base unless, I don't know, they do something dramatic. But right now the feedback based upon the closed beta is average. A large part of action RPGs that unfortunately a lot of developers miss is stash tabs. Obviously you're collecting all this loot, you have multiple builds, you have multiple characters, and you need a way to collect and sort all of that loot. Now, Path of Exile is one of the best. Actually, it is the best when it comes to its stash tab system, and Grinding Gears Games is very smart because it's also their main source of monetization where they make their money. You don't have to purchase more stash tabs, you could just use what they give you. But if you want to push endgame, if you want to be able to store all that loot, you're going to likely need those extra stash tabs. And they are now pushing that 2 steps farther. So their stash tab system right here, you are now going to have folders where you can basically break down the loot even farther. But that's not the coolest part. The coolest part is the new stash tab affinities. The stash tab affinity system allows you to designate a stash tab to store selected specialized items in. Control clicking an application item from your inventory into the stash will always send it directly to the stash tab with the affinity set on the art item, regardless of which stash tab you currently have opened. So as far as sending items to your inventory back and forth, it's going to basically auto sort it for you as long as you set it up correctly. And the affinity system is labeled if you have a stash tab with this little symbol right here. Very, very cool. Godfall has dropped on us a new launch trailer and a 53-minute celebration presentation event. Now, if you have not heard of Godfall, this is a new looter slasher that is a PS5 exclusive, but it is also coming to PC. Now, the video I made yesterday, I broke down everything about this game and my thoughts on that new trailer. I will link that video at the end of this video. But again, if you have not heard of this game, it has next-gen visuals. It is basically a third-person action RPG with high-intensity combat. Honestly, the game looks stunning, and it is dropping on us November 12th. If you want to know more about it, click on the video at the end of this video. Moving over to the tech world and Team Red. Check this out. AMD reaches highest CPU market share since 2007. Q3 2020 report. Now, when you're looking at the data down here, so you've got Q3 2017, they had 10.9. then 12, then 12.2, 12.3, 13, 15.8, 17.1, 17.1, 18, 18.3, 18.6, 19.2, and now they are at 20.1. That's right, 12 consecutive quarters of market share growth for AMD CPUs. And remember, this data is without the new 5000 series CPUs coming. Or I guess they're out now. Wow! Talk about things changing in the CPU world. Competition is good for the consumer, and AMD is now competing. So check this out, moving over to Extreme Tech, who has run benchmarks on the new CPUs, the 5950, 5900X, and against Intel's flagship i9-10900K. Now, I'm not going to go through every single benchmark, okay? I'm going to link this story at the end in the description below if you want to check it out. But when you're looking at these games, AMD is meeting or beating them pretty much across every single category, okay? And they went through all these different tests, Final Fantasy, Hitman, they went on 1080p, 1440, and 4K, okay? Now look at the conclusion that Extreme Tech has. AMD now leads Intel modestly in gaming and hammers it everywhere else, in part because Intel has chosen to keep its CPU per core pricing high. While the core i9-10900K has an official retail price of $488, the actual retail price in stores tend to be more like $580. The Ryzen 9 5900K is much faster than the 1.13x increase in price that it commands over the core i9-10900K. In theory, with the core i900K priced at $580, it's no question which CPU is superior. AMD is making moves in the tech arena. There is no doubt about it. The quintessential action RPG. The reason why I started this YouTube channel and why I got into PC gaming. Check this out. Diablo 2 mod, Project Diablo 2, launches this week. Open beta now. Check this out. Can't wait for Diablo 4? Well, there's a mod called Project Diablo 2, which is set to feature seasonal update. Oh, and it's launching this week. The mod launches on November 6th alongside the first season called Awakening. However, there's an open beta going on right now if you're interested. Head over to the website to sign up. If you're unfamiliar with the mod, it's described as a mod for and by passionate Diablo 2 fans. We aim to maintain the Lord of Destruction experience and provide consistent ladder resets while improving on the game as if development never ceased. It's essentially about applying 20 years of RPG knowledge and backdating it to Diablo 2 so that we can pretend that the game has been patched that long. Yes! I love this. I hope they continue with this mod, and then maybe at some point we will get a graphics overhaul, maybe a little fresh coat of paint. That is what this game is waiting for and needs. I'm not saying you have to change literally anything about the game, just continue to update the content it has, but just give it a fresh coat of paint. I love this. I'm going to put the website for you to sign up in the description below, and you should go sign up. Yes, I already did as well. Mobile MMO Warhammer Odyssey drops on us its first cinematic kind of gameplay trailer. Literally only 1 minute long. That being said, earlier in the week, I did make a complete video breaking down that video. And again, I will link that at the end if you want to check it out. It's right here and it's literally only 1 minute long, and I give it a fairly good critique. Now, if you have not heard of this game, yes, it's mobile, so it's coming to iOS and Android. It's going to have 6 playable classes, but it's supposed to be a next generation mobile MMORPG, so we're gonna have to wait and see. It has gone through its first closed beta. The game looks like it's getting closer to release, maybe potentially an open beta. We have been waiting for it now for a while, but it appears we are getting closer, especially because now they are starting to drop gameplay on us. I highly recommend you check out the video I made this week. Again, it will be at the end of this video. Last but certainly not least, I like ending these videos with a little bit of statistics. Check this out. I can't believe it. Genshin Impact makes $245 million on mobile in its first month. In 1 month, this free-to-play mobile RPG has made practically $250 million. Now, just to be clear, okay, I mean, that is a lot of loot boxes. Just to be clear, that also does not include PC or console. That's only mobile. They have not currently figured in what they have made on PC and console, so that number could likely be a lot bigger. Obviously not that much bigger because mobile is the main market for this game, but it's for sure over $250 million. All right, everyone, that's the video. What do you think of the news from week 45? Is there potentially a big story that I missed? Let me know in the comment section below. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We are nearing 400 members, great conversations every day, especially around ARPGs. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. Thank you all for watching. Stay home, stay safe. Do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron, out.